afternoon, everybody, and welcome to the show that's on in the afternoon. We got a very exciting show today.
Go Dolphins! I'm so excited!
Elementary, the Dolphins.
Yes!
I didn't realize that was even their mascot.
Oh, yeah, major, yeah.
Maybe I'm just an idiot.
No. Just letting you know. That's all. The more you know.
I'm also an idiot. Maybe if I would have went to Ketterlinus, I wouldn't be.
See, exactly. You would have Dolphin pride.
That's right. They're celebrating 100 years.
100 years, bro.
100
yes.
years.
That's amazing.
That's awesome.
Right.
Boy, Troy was just out of college when they opened.
Isn't that great?
Yeah. Unbelievable.
He just started making books then. Yeah.
Yeah, he was sewing them together.
Wonderful.
It was really incredible.
Yeah. Whittling.
So they are going to celebrate with a big community block party.
Yes, sir.
We are going to talk to Kathy Tucker, the principal.
Yes, sir.
And Missy Schmotzer.
All
right. Did I say that right?
Yes, you did.
Yes! Nailed it!
And we're going to get all the info on this. This is going to be great. Before we get into it, we'll, of course, tell you about our great friends at Bozard Ford Lincoln. Been the best in the business since 1949. Not quite 100 years, but very close.
Yeah, very close.
Yeah, man. Family-owned beacon of trust right here in St. Augustine. They have also got some amazing deals going on right now. They're From America for America program, offering every single customer employee pricing, not just the discount that you get for working for a dealer. It's the same price that Ford executives buy their cars for. Available to anyone, which is really awesome. This is huge. Ford never does this. It's been like 15 years since the last time they did this.
Pretty awesome, yeah.
This is not something you're going to be able to take advantage of every year. You should take advantage of it now. And they're giving you premium prices on your trade-in as well. It is the best time right now to trade in your vehicle and get yourself in a new Ford or Lincoln from Bozard Ford Lincoln. Just off I-95 and State Road 16, where your satisfaction is their mission, and they are driven to inspire. Also, our friends at the Bailey Group, they are life insurance focused out there at the Bailey Group.
Yes, sir.
Life is full of beautiful moments. Watching your children grow, building a future with your loved ones, and creating memories that last a lifetime. But what happens if the unexpected occurs? At the Bailey Group, they believe that protecting your family's future is one of the most important decisions you can possibly make. Their comprehensive life insurance solutions ensure that no matter what life brings your way, your loved ones are financially secure, which is important. That's a big peace of mind. The Bailey Group is here to help you provide for your family's future, lift the burden of expenses and outstanding debts, and create a lasting legacy for future generations.
Yeah, man.
They've got decades of expertise, personalized plans, and a commitment to your well-being. They make life insurance simple, accessible, and tailored to your needs. Let's secure your family's tomorrow today, because the Bailey Group, their motto is life, you live it, and they protect it.
That's awesome.
Yeah, man. Wow, that's easy.
I know, it's very
Just
profound.
live your life.
Mark, you really pulled out the pencil on that one.
That was good.
Yeah, man.
Oof. All right. Wow.
We talked to Tammy on Tuesday.
Very inspired.
I'm excited. That's coming up. She's got a good, fun game for you, too.
Oh, really?
Yeah, she's very pumped about this. I was like, I'm sure he'll love it.
All right. I love games.
Yes.
Love games.
Wonderful.
Principal Tucker.
Yes.
Miss Schmotzer, how are y'all doing this afternoon?
Doing great. Thank you.
Real good.
Good.
You look great for 100, Kathy. This is amazing.
We said Troy was old.
Yeah,
Troy is the old one.
Kathy is the real fountain of youth here. That's
right. That's right. So 100 years, what an incredible legacy. What does this milestone mean to you personally in the Ketterlinus community?
Oh, gosh, 100 years. Very few schools can say that.
No.
But I think for Ketterlinus, the tradition, and there's a tremendous amount of pride behind it, and the community built around it. And just from that, the long-standing relationships, like things that you were saying about the Bailey Group, Ford Bozard, or Bozard Ford, just long-standing, good reputations. And the same with Ketterlinus.
Yeah. And Ketterlinus used to go, did it used to go all the way through high school?
It
in
did.
Its early years?
It opened up in 1924 as a high school.
Really?
1924, yes.
And so then it transitioned to what? Did it like slowly wean to elementary, or how was that?
Yeah, it's It did. So it started out as a high school, and then eventually became a middle school, I think around in the 60s.
Yeah.
And then there was a fire in 1981
right.
and burned down the original building.
Oh, wow.
Stayed a junior high. That's what it was called back then, a junior high. And then St. Augustine High School was built, and it changed to a middle school at that time. And then I think in 1991, it became an elementary school and has been since.
That's amazing.
Mm-hmm.
So, Missy, you had obviously PTO, Dolphin Pride all the way. You were like, sign me up. I've got to be a part of this incredible group.
Absolutely, yes. My son started there in third grade, and I went to the PTO meeting because it's an organization I believe in. I think that parents should get involved at school and help out any way we can. Teachers are amazing,
Yes,
as
yes.
are the staff and administration. And so I think as a parent, any help that you can give is needed and deserved by the teachers. And yeah, I went to a meeting, and I was a new parent with a student who hadn't been there from the beginning. And they were so welcoming and warm, and it was just a really inviting group.
I love
so
that.
it's been a lot of fun. We do a lot of fun activities.
Very cool. So how'd the idea of a community block party come together?
Well, our first PTO meeting this year, we obviously recognized that 100 years isn't something that happens every day.
Right.
So, we needed to do something special. And there were a lot of ideas that were thrown around, like galas and, your traditional celebratory events. But, and I think Ms. Tucker was in on this meeting where we decided that it needed to be focused on the kids. Well, on the students and the community and the alumni. Those were like the three groups that we really wanted to recognize. And we wanted to make sure it was an event that was accessible to everyone.
Cool.
Not something that had a huge ticket price or, was exclusive that kids wouldn't enjoy. So it's settled on a block party because it celebrates really what Ketterlinus is about, which is the community. And since we are downtown, it is so accessible to everyone. So yeah, that's how we
about
came
the block party. What can families expect?
A lot of fun.
Okay.
It is free entry. We will have free games. There will be carnival games, like your typical ring toss. We actually have dolphin ring toss. Inflatable
really?
dolphins.
I was gonna, like, how are we tying in dolphins? Okay, that's my next question.
There will be dolphins everywhere. We will even have someone walking around in a dolphin costume for photo ops. Yes. We have a little piggy race, like with the animatronic pigs, that that kind of stuff.
That's fun.
Yeah, we have a free play area with like Connect 4, the big Connect 4 and the big, what else do I have? Let me look at my list. Cornhole and ladder ball and bowling and that sort of stuff.
Any food trucks, anything like that?
We will have food trucks.
People love to eat, so that's the first thing.
Yeah. So we will have food trucks, so bring cash for that. We have Chinchilla's Eats on the Streets food truck, which is tacos and quesadillas and nachos.
Something new and fresh. I like that.
Yeah, we have Uncle Casey's Dogs and Brats.
Okay.
Great. Very good.
That's in the name.
Nice.
And then we have frozen sweets, which is Italian ice cream, and funnel cake sundaes.
Oh, that's major.
Yeah, and then we'll have popcorn and cotton candy and that sort of things. And then we'll have a DJ playing.
Okay.
And silent auction and a raffle.
That's fantastic.
Yeah, so we have some great silent auction
Lot going
items as well. Some very generous business owners are donating things for the silent auction.
That's huge. And are the students going to be getting involved in any way in like the presentation or anything like that?
Yes, they'll be helping with school tours. Again, being here 100 years, it's so common. You can go anywhere and someone's like, oh, I went to school there. I went to school there mostly now as a middle school. But we do have some grandparents that went to Ketterlinus or great-grandparents when it was a high school. So we're inviting them, and the students are going to take them on a tour because part of the some of the building, original building is still there. And we're going to take them on a tour. We're going to show them we're renovating our auditorium. So that hopefully will be done so they'll get to see the auditorium as it was.
That's going to be great.
That is great. And that's a huge thank you to the amphitheater who's putting that together for us.
Nice.
Great.
I know you have a huge alumni like there's a Ketterlinus alumni Facebook page like just dedicated for people. That's incredible.
They sponsor the football games every now and then.
Yeah.
Because they were very tied into St. Augustine High School.
Oh, yes. Yes.
So they're all a part of this too, is what I'm getting at. Like all alumni, not just elementary. Okay.
Absolutely. We're inviting them to participate.
Cool.
Absolutely.
This is so fun.
Awesome. Now, I think the flyer mentions a chance to donate to a memorial statue. Is this correct? What's this going to be about?
So, 100 years, we're going to get a bronze statue of, we haven't selected the exact statue yet, but probably of children reading, or dolphins.
Or me. I mean,
Or
it would be
you.
nice.
Or you.
It'd be nice. I'm just putting it out there. Yeah, you can vote. It'll be fine.
Never went to Ketterlinus for school.
I've helped many times. Philanthropic here. Yeah, there you go. A beacon of hope.
Just Davey.
That's it.
Right out there
Beautiful
at the front
jawline,
entrance.
extended calves. They'll know right away. Sammy Davis Jr. Yeah.
Absolutely. So, yes, if the alumni are interested, we would be happy if they would like to donate towards the bronze statue.
That's nice. And would that be out in front of the school? Like, where were you thinking placement?
Good question. It's going to be out in front of the school, right where our school name is.
That's right. Cool. Awesome.
Very cool.
Very nice.
How about keeping that kind of spirit intact of the Ketterlinus, history and all of that stuff? How's that been done over the years?
Yeah.
Oh, well, so in the school, we actually have a glass case, and we have the history of the school from high school to middle school to elementary school.
I'd love to see that. I bet that's
please
just
come by.
interesting to look at, honestly.
It is, especially the high school, and just seeing, we have collected some of the old school letters from sports.
Cool.
So we have
Who
that.
was Ketterlinus? What was this person?
Oh, gosh, I forgot all about sharing that. So her name was Elizabeth Ketterlinus.
Oh, really?
And her father was co-founder of Standard Oil with Rockefeller.
Oh, wow.
And they had a winter home down here. And their winter home the building was called Castle Warden. And that's where Ripley's, believe it or not, is.
Oh,
yes.
I love this story.
So she eventually inherited that home. And just like her father, very much generous to the community, she donated the land for Ketterlinus High School.
Wow.
Originally it was called St. Augustine High, but then it was renamed. So she gave to the arts, to education, to public libraries. So
She was something.
She was. When you think back then, in the 1920s, a woman of keeping her wealth separate from her husband and donating in her name.
Yeah.
That was, so she's pretty special.
That's very special.
It is.
Wow,
Yes.
I didn't realize that. There's a lot of ties to like the Rockefellers and stuff here in St.
Right.
Augustine. It's like every building is tied into them and oil and
Yeah.
Right.
it's wild. Very interesting. So why do you guys feel it's so important for kind of the wider St. Augustine community to be a part of this, even if they're not necessarily alumni of the school, or why is it important for the community to be involved in this?
I mean, it's such a huge milestone. And because, as we were just talking about, the history of Elizabeth Ketterlinus that people may not know about, I think that should be celebrated by everyone in the community because, it really highlights philanthropy and giving and the support for education. So I think that it's such a special place.
Very.
Just there is a very special community within the school that I think it can grow outside of the community as well.
So, Kathy, I got to ask you, this is a very special school. I mean, really, truly. But how can I get my kid there? Like, what does enrollment look like at Ketterlinus?
So we are a small school. We're around 400 students. So sometimes we're mistaken as a charter school or a private school, but we are a public school. So last night, our school board approved controlled open enrollment, not only for Ketterlinus, but some other schools, and it will be listed on the district website. So
is that sort of like an academy? Sort of like, you know what I mean? Like I had to drive my kid to, so but that would be similar.
Exactly.
Okay.
But elementary, but there are some middle schools and even high schools on controlled open enrollment. But now we have more elementary schools.
Wow.
So parents have choice. So I love that the school board recognized that. Let's open it up to parents and let them choose.
Yeah.
So that is one way that a parent may choose Ketterlinus or another school is to enter into controlled open enrollment. And I say enter, it's a lottery. That window will open April 28th.
Oh, it's a lot of, so it's not an audition, because I'd be ready. Step all change all the way. I'd charm you right into that school. Yes.
My son actually got in through controlled open enrollment 2 years ago.
How was the process?
It was very easy. So it's very easy to navigate the website. And honestly, I looked, because Ketterlinus had such a great reputation.
Yeah.
I looked every year to see if it was on controlled open enrollment, and it wasn't until the end of his second grade year.
How did you know to look for this as a parent? It's not like they gave you this in a manual. You know what I mean? Like, wow.
A neighbor told me. She had been a teacher, and the school that we're zoned for is great. It's just, honestly, it's a little out of the way for us. Surprisingly, that we're zoned for that school. Ketterlinus is right by my work, and also, it just, like I said, it just had such a great reputation.
Yeah.
But yeah, really word of mouth about the controlled open enrollment. And parents get an email, and I am that parent that reads every email.
Yeah, I gotta tell you, you're an incredible communicator. That is amazing. Thank you.
No worries, my pleasure. But yeah, so that is also, every parent does get the email with the list of schools. So
read your emails. What about the fear of being on a wait list? Can you just walk through that? Were you ever worried about that? Like you had to wait, past third grade or fourth, and then you're like, oh, my time is running out to get into this specific school?
Yes and no. I think had it not happened when he was entering third grade, say he's finishing fourth grade this year, I probably would not have switched him for fifth grade. Although, like I said, with the reputation that Ketterlinus has, I may have.
Yeah.
Because it's like, we were talking about this right before, it's like going back into the 1980s. Every teacher, every administrator knows every kid's name.
Yeah.
It's really incredible.
That's special.
Yeah, it really is. They're not a number. The shout out to the media department, like the Miss Hinman and Miss Cindy. They are incredible. I happen to have a child who loves to read, so he's always there.
Lucky you. Wow.
Yeah. But it's just, all of the resource teachers are unbelievable. It's just a really great school.
You're right.
Sorry,
awesome.
I keep saying that.
No, it's so right, though. Drive it home. I love it.
And that means a lot from, a parent who's actually got their child there.
Yeah.
And you know the ins and outs. It's really awesome. Can local businesses, can families, can individuals still support? You guys need volunteers? You got need sponsors, all that good stuff?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Yes, all of that.
Yeah. Absolutely. If they go to our school website, there are links we'll put the volunteer link on there. But also if they'd like to donate to the statue, or be a business partner. Absolutely. All of it's on our website.
And
Very
shout
cool.
out to the Alumni Association, too, because I'm sure there's people that have moved away as well, but still want to contribute to something like this.
Yes.
Is there a possibility on that?
Absolutely. In
Okay.
fact, we had one from New Jersey.
Oh, very
Just
cool.
reach out
Hey,
and
there you
ask how
go.
she can contribute. We directed her to the website. So, yes.
Isn't that northern people doing nice things?
Well, she came from here. She started
It's
here.
true. The roots are right here. Yeah.
I don't know why she even went to New Jersey in the first
I had a
place.
job. Yeah.
I'm a
Yeah, well, maybe.
I'm a northerner, but I won't.
God loves me too. I have to suffer every day. Initiation is awesome. Block party. So when is the date?
April 26th.
Okay.
Saturday, April 26th from 3 p.m. to 6 p.m.
Fabulous.
Very cool. All right, with 100 years behind the school, what's the next 100 years look like? It's all on you to tell us, Kathy. What is the next year? It's on you.
And I'm finishing, I have 30 years in, so I'm
bless
kind of going to the end here. So I would hope that we continue, change is always going to happen, but there are certain things that I take such great pride in, is that we have kept the same, and that is just remaining student focused. And I was sharing with someone yesterday, I said, sometimes we do hard things and we have to, but if it's right for students, that's what we do. So I hope that continues, that focus. And then, it's just an incredible school. The staff, we just keep that professional development high. So it's just
And
been
the
great.
vibe is always high.
It is.
It's sunshine when you walk into this school. Like,
is.
there are some doom and gloom facilities out there. I call them a facility. It's not even a school. But you walk in, and Ketterlinus is a whole nother world. And that is such a big celebration. And that really
you.
feel that 100. And talking to you, when eventually you leave the PTO and you hand your baton off to a new mom or new dad that wants to join, what would be one of those things that you would say, you have to hold this legacy?
I think the events that the PTO does for the teachers.
Oh, cool.
You know, like for the teacher appreciation weeks, one of my favorites because I love Christmas, the jingle cart. We like decorate a media cart and put all kind of coffee and treats and roll it around to the teachers.
It's little things like that that mean so much. Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah. So I would say just to keep up that spirit, and the kids love it too. They love to see their teachers getting, believe it or not.
Yeah.
You know, they love to see their teachers getting their accolades as well.
Awesome.
Very cool. How can people stay in the loop with you guys? Socials, the website, all that
Absolutely.
stuff?
So Facebook, Instagram, and of course our website. And if they have questions, email me.
Awesome.
Yep. I've answered a lot of questions from people all over about our school.
I'll put that in comments for everybody. They'll know where to contact you. Yeah.
Very cool. Thank y'all for coming in.
Thank
This
you.
is
Thank you for
very
having
exciting.
us.
Yeah.
Go Dolphins!
That's
So
right.
good. I'm going. That's going to be such a
That's
fun
going to
night.
be great.
Brenda.
Right? It's going to be awesome, man.
Yes.
It's free. Come hang out. It's going to be a great time.
Celebrating 100 years.
100 years.
How about that story, too, about Miss Ketterlinus,
I know. I had no
right?
idea. I've lived here my whole life. I had no idea. No
Wow.
idea.
Great story.
Figured Ketterlinus was some old dude.
Right, that's what I
You know?
thought. Yeah, I was like, I should have built a school. No, this was like a benevolent force.
Yeah.
Obviously, the light is there. Perfect.
Very cool.
Yeah, man.
Love it. You always learn more history about St. Augustine every day you live here. It's pretty cool. Hey, speaking of the history of St. Augustine, how about the Old Town Trolley, huh?
Yes.
If you want to see the amazing history of downtown St. Augustine, you can do that by hopping on an Old Town Trolley, and you're going to tour free when you are accompanied by a full, fair, adult paid guest. This as long as you have signed up for the Hometown Pass program, which is easy to do. It takes less than 5 minutes. Go to hometownpass.com. Your Hometown Pass can also be used at the old jail, Potter's Wax Museum, the oldest store museum experience. And it's just one of the best ways to entertain visiting friends and family that exists in St. Augustine. So check it out. Get yourself signed up. It's going to come in handy one day. You're going to be very happy you did. Hometownpass.com. They are the Old Town Trolleys. They're the green trains. You're going to love them as much as we do.
And you need to call All American Air. They've been serving St. Augustine and St. Johns County. I'm just going to tell you what you need to do because they take great pride in providing quality service and installations and in turn gaining a customer for life. It's a true story. Steve Chapman's All American Air can match any price, but no one can match their quality and their service. Our friends at Steve Chapman's All American Air will take exceptional care of your home unit. You got to ask yourself, when's the last time somebody came over just to make sure it was running efficiently, making sure everything is flowing and going. If your filter is gray,
it should be changed today.
904-461-0070.
And our friends at Bin 39 Wine Bar, over 95 wines for you to choose from. If you're a wine snob, or even if you're not a wine snob, even if you're just diving into the world of wine, you got a new date you want to impress with a fancy bottle of wine, you will find it at Bin 39. And, you know, they love talking wine. They really, really do. Mm-hmm. You go in, you say, look, I'm going to this special occasion. This is on the menu, or this is who's going to be there. Right. I mean, really, however you need to customize the wine experience, they can help you do that. Expert wine connoisseurs down there. What do they call those? Sommeliers.
Yeah, very good. They have a really cool date night program, which they will gift wrap a bottle. You won't know what it is, right. But it has like a value in the different notes to it. Right. But it's a really cool special thing. So it's always going to be a fabulous bottle. It's like, you know, at a discounted price, but yeah, something a little bit different.
Very cool. Yeah. You're going to love your experience down there at Bin 39. You're going to love it more than your horoscope today. I can promise you that. Scorpio and Sagittarius on deck for a Wednesday. Here we go. Hey, Scorpio, your intensity today might transform you into a misunderstood villain in your own telenovela.
Oh,
there it is.
My people, yes.
Telenovela.
Ay, ¿por qué entender el mundo?
Every secret you uncover adds to the chaos, yet leaves you skeptically unsatisfied. Yeah. Trying to share your passions will only attract responses more confusingly wrong than your latest plot twists. Wallow in the mystery of the day as long as you long for revenge over imagined slights, even if the only enemy is yourself. The poetic irony of your silent anguish might comfort you, or, more likely, amuse anyone lucky enough to watch your brooding antics. A lot of words I barely knew.
Yeah.
Sagittarius. Optimistic Sagittarius. Every attempt to catch opportunity feels like chasing after a runaway balloon.
Well,
runway balloon. That's not a real thing.
Could be.
Simultaneously embarrassing and pointless. You're the unwitting comedian seeking adventure in seeing how far your patience or lack thereof gets you. Prepare for a quest of epic proportions, like finding matching socks in your own drawer.
See?
Yeah, I know that never happens to me. Keep sourness at bay.
Yeah.
As you inevitably trip over your own bright ideas. Like I'm tripping over my words today. Beautiful.
Bright idea.
Sometimes you can't laugh off the absurdities. And that's as far as I go.
All right, there. Dropping at
that's
Saggies. Yeah.
That's it.
Well, this is as far as you can go in Volano. There's an April community meeting happening on April 21st, 5 o'clock p.m. A lot going on in Volano. Not going to talk about the dramas, but I'm just saying.
There's dramas?
Yeah.
I want to know about the dramas.
There's some dramas. That Magic Beach Hotel had to say
Oh,
it, but
yeah,
that's a big
Magic
hot topic
Beach
going on
Hotel.
out there. So they're going to talk a lot about that at Holiday Inn Express, St. Augustine, in the Volano Beach. Again, Monday, April 21st, 5 o'clock. Check that out, Volano Beach Main Street page if you want some more information. But yeah, voice your opinion, be heard. And yeah, I mean, it's a great community out there. So I'm sure they'll make it work. I think they are coming up with a great solution for it. So
It's a tacky building.
Yeah, and it's
I'm not speaking for everybody else. I'm speaking for
there's
myself.
a lot of people that's like, it's just a neon sign, so why don't we just save the
Right.
neon sign and like so that's kind of what they're thinking.
That's a great idea. Save the neon sign, put it up somewhere in Volano Beach. And,
True. Yeah.
You know, we don't need to hang on to crappy things because we like memories. You know,
Right,
it's a
yeah.
crappy place.
I think the contractor really kind of wants to make it a better hotel. That's also been on the table too. Not losing the hotel vibe, but obviously it's right by the water. It's gonna flood. You know what I mean?
It needs to be better regardless.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just a crappy little motel.
Right. So yeah, check that out. Could be something that you could be a game changer on if you have some great ideas.
Yeah. They filmed a couple TV shows out there.
They did.
Yeah.
A Netflix, right? Something, right?
Yeah, something like that. Yeah, Netflix thing.
Yeah.
They filmed, there was a WB show.
Oh, nobody wants.
Nobody cares about the WB.
Right,
if it's
yeah.
on the WB, you know it's not.
Yeah, the frog guy.
Not bringing their best.
It's sad. Yeah.
Yeah.
So who is bringing their best? Bailey Group sent me this one. Mark your calendars for the City of St. Augustine government is celebrating 25 years of community redevelopment by hosting a year-long celebration, Redevelopment 25.
Oh.
Whew, that's a long sentence. Join them next Wednesday, April 16th at 5 to 8 p.m. for the West King Wednesday Market for shopping, door prizes, a 360-degree photo booth, and much more. Plus, what's a night without live music? Well, their Bailey Group is a proud sponsor of the music from Cholula and looking forward to a night out celebrating the city. The future redevelopment 25 dates are Friday, again in July, and in Lincolnville on Thursday and October 9th. So there's going to be like a whole bunch of bashes that are happening to celebrate the kickoff of the West City.
All right.
So yeah. Finally, History Festival, Best Richardson African Diaspora Literature and Culture Museum. That's 83 Washington Street. They're doing a Gullah Geechee and Beyond on Saturday, May 10th. 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. Admission is free. You can find out more information on this at the St. Augustine History Festival.com. I'll put that in comments. But yeah, Gullah Geechee and Beyond. So this is a big part of the culture. So yeah, May 10th. Save that date, 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. It's free.
All right.
Yeah.
I like free.
Yes, sir.
Panache is not free.
Oh, no. Panache, but
they are great.
Absolutely.
You're going to get great value for your money.
100%. Wouldn't it be great if I could pull the read up? Here it is. They've been living the fabulous life since 1987 and invite you to join their pamper party. Their mission is simple. They're there to sprinkle joy from head to heart, one guest at a time, from a chic haircut to a soul-soothing massage. Their team is all about pampering you to the max. They're amazing. Get posh and go to getpanache.com and get with it, boo. All right, I've got horrible homes today.
Okay.
Actually, this first one, I'm not mad about it. I mean, if you live in a double wide, how about a shark double wide?
I knew somebody who lived in a double wide that looked like this.
It looks cool,
It
actually.
looked like this without the shark fin.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Next up, wow, it's way too much lemon
my
yellow
God.
there. Yes.
Oh,
wow,
geez.
it's way too much.
It looks like a gnome's house or
yeah,
something.
and like, how can you find anything in that? It's like blinding.
Fake trees everywhere, and God, that hurts.
Right. Well, so does this next one. Laura Ashley
Hey.
threw up here. Yes.
God.
Right? Oh,
Ugh.
golly, floral. How about Rapunzel? Let your hair down in this cabin here. No flooding there, right?
Troy built that with Lincoln logs.
Seriously,
Actual
don't
Lincoln
step
logs.
on the porch. Only one person at a time. Yeah. Next up, your own personal circus in
No,
your living room.
I don't want it.
Is that sand on the floor? What are we
Jeez.
doing? That's not good.
Oh, these people are awful
Oof.
people.
How about this next one? This a house made out of mugs. I mean, spiders could live in any mug right there.
Oh,
Horrible,
man.
stupid
That's
move.
that's dumb. That's
Yeah.
the worst.
How about these chair butts? I mean, I'm not mad about it. It kind of looks cool. I mean, if you have a flat butt and you need something, it'll look nice.
There you
Just
go.
Sit in that
All
chair
right.
forever. Yeah. Next up, this is
God.
again too hippy dippy here for me. This is a lot.
Yeah, that's just like the 90s threw up all over this
Yeah,
kitchen.
it's like Taco Bell, right? Yeah,
Ugh.
I miss when Taco Bell was bisexual. It was fun
what?
with all the different colors, and you just didn't know the vibe.
yeah,
It was like
yeah,
something
yeah.
very odd.
All the fast food restaurants, they're in their emo phase right now, you know?
Definitely in their industrial phase.
They are.
Next up, your moo kitchen. Wow, that's a
Yikes.
lot. That's a very stretched out
Why?
cow. Yeah, I don't know.
Why?
You really got to love that. Yeah. And then finally, the only bathroom that if, you're constipated, you can just fall right down.
No.
That's scary.
No.
Yeah, that's a little bit.
All right.
That's a hot mess, right?
Yeah. I don't feel good about the rest of my day after those pictures. All right. Great show.
Yes,
Thank you, sir. We'll see you guys tomorrow.
Bye, everybody.